If America needs me to be the president, I'll be the president. America needs me to be the vice president, I'll be the vice president. If America just needs me to be a good citizen, I'll be a good citizen.
Famed rapper Afroman is now fighting for his rights after 7 deputies sued him for now viral songs about a raid gone wrong.
Fact, they never should have came to my house in the first place. Fact, if they hadn't came to my house, they wouldn't have put themselves on the video camera and in my music career.
Will free speech win? Does Afroman regret the lyrics he penned about the Adams County Sheriff's Department?
Because I don't go to their house, kick down their doors, flip them off on their surveillance cameras, then try to play the victim and sue them.
I'm Lynden Blake, and this is a Daily Wire True Crime Investigation. Guys, we did it. We got Afroman on the show to talk about his viral 3-day trial in Ohio, out of all places. He was sued by 7 deputies out of Adams County, Ohio for defamation and humiliation after Afroman wrote these viral songs about the deputies who did a botched raid on his home back in 2022. So the deputies were there at Afroman's home in Ohio because there was this warrant for alleged kidnapping and drug charges. So Afroman's not at his home at the time. His wife, then wife, and kids are. And he sees all this unfold on his surveillance cameras and the video his wife took. You have the armed deputies going in there and they're raiding his home. They're going through everything, just fulfilling that search warrant that they had. Afroman never had charges filed against him. There was nothing there. His real name is Joseph Foreman, by the way, but I'm going to refer to him as Afroman, how we all know him, as the guy that wrote Because I Got High, Colt 45, Whack Rappers. Well, now he's known for these new era songs from Afroman's very big collection. And Afroman was not happy with how the deputies left his home. He claims that they broke his door, they broke the security cameras, and they took money from him. So what does Afroman do? He writes songs. How is he going to pay for the damage? He said music, of course. So he puts his creativity to work, and he released multiple songs about the raid. Some of those songs, like I mentioned earlier, include Lemon Pound Cake. Lemon Pound Cake was actually played out loud in court. This 3-day trial, I'm sure if you're imagining this in your head, nearly broke the internet. Afroman wore an American flag suit every day of the trial. He's repping the same outfit for us in a little bit. And the deputies had to go on the stand and listen to these songs that Afroman wrote about them. And they were asked questions about these songs. And I don't know how people in that courtroom kept it together.
Just some lemon pound cake. Mama's lemon pound cake. It tastes so nice. Made the sheriff wanna put down his gun and cut him a slide.
So the lyrics from Lemon Pound Cake actually call out this officer, Officer Cooley, and Officer Cooley was the guy that got caught looking at the pound cake there on the kitchen counter during this botched raid. So Afroman writes a song about Officer Cooley not being too worried about his actual job because he was distracted by the pound cake. And this is something that Officer Cooley says has been damaging to him. And I laugh because one of the things that he said is since this song, he's been sent a lot of pound cakes.
Mr. Cooley, sorry, Sean, you were called Officer Pound Cake by Mr. Foreman?
Multiple times.
You
received hundreds of pound cakes at work from different people.
So if you are not familiar with Afroman's game, he has always written songs that roasted people. Remember Whack Rappers? He is literally making fun of everyone in the rap game. He is making fun of P. Diddy. He's saying, how can your group be called the band? Nobody plays an instrument, man. Like, this is what Afroman does. And that's what Afroman stood on his entire time in that trial. He said, I have the right to freedom of speech. And that is what he argued. Listen to his testimony.
After they run around my house with guns and kick down my door, I got the right to kick a can in my backyard, use my freedom of speech, turn my bad times into a good time. Yes, I do. And I think I'm a sport for doing so.
So he literally took this real life scenario, which Afroman did call very traumatic for his family and for his kids that had to be there during this raid, and he tried to turn it into art. It did not take long for the jury to decide that Afroman does have his right to free speech. So his music can play on. You can find Lemon Pound Cake, Why Are You Disconnecting My Video Camera, and Will You Help Me Repair My Door? This is all on his new record, of course, titled Freedom of Speech. It's a fitting name because Afroman says that is what he was fighting for in court. Now, these lyrics, I'm not going to do them justice explaining them, so I had to bring Afroman in himself. I love what you wore, that you're still wearing. I mean, you have to take me through the court fit and what you thought that would represent in the courtroom.
It's me, the hungry, hustling American dream. You know what I'm saying? I am the American dream. Rags to riches, the Cinderella story. You know what I'm saying? The successful failure. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, the winning loser. All that good stuff. So, I'm an American. I mean, you know, I thought about it hard, and I am. You know, like you take a lion, you put him in a zoo. People say it's inhumane to put him back in the wild. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I respect it all, but America's all I know. So it's gonna have to work. Cause I ain't go where. What you talking about? You know what I'm saying? So, and then I think about everything. I'm a classic Coke before they changed it to the new Coke. You know what I'm saying? Then they had to go back to the old Coke because it's classic. I'm a classic American. I'm a soul brother. I walk with a stroll. I play soul music. You know, all of that is American. The fish that everybody throw up. That's American. You know, rap music, it's American. Man, you know, I'm cool, man. You know, I love and respect everybody else, but every now and then, I'm sorry, I got to look in the mirror and I see a beautiful thing, man. Hey, you know, I'm an American. So, you know, I do have freedom of speech. Matter of fact, I don't have power. They have the power to kick down my doors. They have the power to shoot me in my ass. They have the power to cuff me and beat me up and throw me in jail. I don't have that power. But there's one power I have, and I'm not giving it up.
I know what you're saying. You got freedom of speech.
So after they kick down my door, disconnect my cameras, steal my money with my freedom of speech, I will address all of these issues. I will make my bad situations good and rise.
Amen.
Hey, thank God for that one power that I have. You know, that's the only, I guess that's the only power I need. And with that one power, look at what I did to the bad people with the AR-15s. Look at what I did to the criminals disguised as law enforcement, with felony wives, with ex-convict wives, pedophile police officers, with guns. They all fell victim to my freedom of speech. So I guess I shouldn't underestimate that power.
Are you feeling good post victory in the trial?
Yes, I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good also because I stood up for the truth, but I couldn't stand up for the truth without my freedom of speech. You know what I'm saying?
So I don't know how someone doesn't know about this trial, if maybe they live under a rock, but it's truly taken over the internet. And you were sued for defamation, for humiliation, after officers had a botched raid at your home, caused damage, took money, and you wrote a song. So for those that are listening, I showed Afroman this lemon pound cake that we have because one of the songs he wrote post botched raid was called Lemon Pound Cake. I have to ask you, take me through the process. Where did this inspiration come from to take your experience and make a very catchy song out of it?
You know, I've been writing about my pain for years, you know, because I got high wasn't funny until I put it on paper. It kind of made it funny. You know what I'm saying? But Will you help me repair my gate wasn't funny. What I've learned is if you look through the right lens, your problems can be converted into your solutions. So, um, they brought damage to my house, but they brought material to my house. They brought music, and if I applied it right, it'll bring success and money to my life. Looking through the right lens with the right mindset and motivation. So, through the lens of positivity, this whole thing was a blessing in disguise for me. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I didn't tell them to raid my house and disconnect my cameras and steal my money. Their bad energy is running this through the roof. You know what I'm saying? Their bad energy has me spinning the internet on my finger right now. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? They came in here to belittle me and handcuff me and stuff me in some little hole, but they threw gasoline on me. They blew me up. So um yeah, the right mindset, looking through the right lens, you can turn life's lemons into lemon pound cake.
Amen. Amen. When you have this line that says, Mama's lemon pound cake, it tastes so nice. It made the sheriff want to put down his gun and cut him a slice. That's a bar. How long does it take you to come up with a bar like that?
I did all I'm good. I mean, like, so like if I know what I want to talk about, it doesn't take long. I wanted to talk about the cop looking at the cake. So it was just falling in place, you know what I'm saying?
Did you write these songs in Ohio? Like, set the scene. Are you like in your backyard? You said something like, I could just like kick a can and write this. Like, are you vibing in your backyard, kind of looking at this video footage that was caught before they cut the cord on your surveillance camera? And were you like, this is something that I can turn into art?
Yeah, I like my kitchen. I never thought I'd like my kitchen because I used to hate washing dishes as a boy. So like the kitchen was like my favorite and worst place. I loved it when it was time to eat, but I hated when it was time to clean up. You know what I'm saying? So, but I wrote it right here in my kitchen table. I've been typing on my phone now, so my penmanship is slipping. But I used to, between writing on the wall and writing raps, man, I had this penmanship, man, that was better than any Englishman. You know what I'm saying? I should have signed the Declaration of Independence. But so I sat here at the table and I thought about everything in the raid that upset me. My gate, my door, my cameras, my money, the condescending disrespect, the sarcasm, the audacity, the dehumanization. You know, there's this silent dehumanization. To talk to me about the families of the people who kicked in my door. Forget my family. My family doesn't count. We're not even talking about that. You know, you don't count. Your family don't count. Forget your kids saw an AR-15 with a finger around the trigger in their face. Forget that. Let's talk about her little kid that heard your rap song. You know, and not to be a mean ass or whatever, but it's just the way they don't even acknowledge me as a human being.
Deputy Grooms, his ex-wife, Rhonda, was a star witness, in my opinion, when she took the stand and said that no student of hers were listening to your lyrics and listening to the songs you made about the raid. The verses like, why are you disconnecting my video camera? We ought to throw crooked cops in the slammer, all that kind of stuff. And she was like, my kids like it and they don't view it as a real life threat. When you heard her testimony, just take me through that experience for you.
Man, I ain't gonna lie. I was mad because my attorney took it easy on him. I wanted him to ask why she got a divorce so she could start telling about all them crackhead and meth head women he was banging on duty. You know what I'm saying? But he got, we won, so I couldn't complain. I don't know if you ever played sports and you be fussing with your teammate. Then the buzzer go off, you look at the scoreboard, y'all won. The argument's just over. Y'all just start hugging. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey. So, he he did, because he was doing stuff that I didn't know to do. You know what I'm saying? Like the man was talking to me about a lawyer I had when I got my money. That chick came out and did that for me, but then that was the end of that. And then I had to get another lawyer. But, he was from Minnesota. He didn't know Ohio law, so I had to get another lawyer. So this dude's talking to me about two lawyers up, and my lawyer said, Your Honor, I want to invoke lawyer client privilege, you know what I'm saying, and blah blah. But then I didn't have to fumble, and so I'm like, thank you, brother. I didn't even know he was doing me like that. You know what I'm saying? But then I had to step in and put some common sense in some of all this,
Yeah.
some of all this law stuff. I was like, look, you shouldn't have been here in the first place.
Facts are facts.
Herewith by, you shouldn't have been here in the first place. You know what I'm saying? So
You sound like someone that, has the wits about them that can make a presidential run. And I saw in your bio, it said 2024 presidential candidate. I'm wondering if we're updating that for 2028.
hey, if everybody take me serious, I'll take them serious back. You know what I'm saying? Hey, same time, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I'm all about, if I can help my country get better, I'm all about it, because this is home. So it's gonna have to work. It ain't got no choice but to work, because this and that. So I'm all about it. Anything I can do to help. If America needs me to be the president, I'll be the president. America needs me to be the vice president, I'll be the vice president. If America just needs me to be a good citizen, I'll be a good citizen. You know what I'm saying? I will get in where I fit in and contribute, and his truth will be marching on. Amen.
Amen. Are you going to stay in Adams County, Ohio?
I believe I am. You know what I'm saying?
What brought you there? Do you just find it a creative place?
No, chasing women. Yeah, no. Drunk high man, yeah. I try to be smart, but I have my side effects. I like big butts that I cannot lie.
And there's a lot of big butts
You other brothers
in
can't
Ohio?
deny. Well, there was this one big butt.
It only takes one. It only takes one.
Hey, how many big butts do you need? I know you can want all the big butts in the world, but how many big butts do you need?
And that's presidential of you. That's mature. Like, that's what it is.
Hey, I might be a dirty politician, but I'm an honest one. And I believe in freedom of speech. And in America, I can like big butts, and because I got freedom of speech.
Amen.
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 As long as I don't commit no crime, I can like big butts.
Amen.
Amen.
Tell us.
Life, liberty, and my pursuit of happiness.
Yes. That is your pursuit of happiness. You're going to have to tell us where we can find your new album, Freedom of Speech.
I'm looking for a deal. I think I might just have to set it up. I might just put it out, and just sell it myself. You know what I'm saying? Right now it's on YouTube. I don't care about the money right now. I just care about the message, the views, and the love. You know what I'm saying? So everybody, just go listen to it, run it up. Don't forget about your boy Afro. I'm gonna put a record out here in a little bit, but I just like the good vibes it's giving everybody right now. So right now I'm just YouTubing it. It's just, this one's on the house right now. You know what I'm saying?
Before we let you go, can you tell us one thing we don't know about Afroman? We know you're from Palmdale. We know that you didn't clean your room because you got high. Tell us something that we don't know about you.
Something you don't know about me. I like to play chess.
Okay. They tried to teach me that in 3rd grade. I could never learn.
All right. Hey, you know what I'm saying? You get some free time. Bring them Colt 45s with you, baby. That's all we need. You had to play some chess, you know? Have us a good
That
time.
would be amazing.
Play some good music.
Afroman, thank you so much. This has been amazing. I'm going to pop it.
Yes, ma'am. Hey, if it's gonna pop, let it pop.
Let it pop.
Me and me, hey. That's what's up.
We're going to stop the interview.